Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to expedition number 71. We're going to see if we can get some Bigfoot activity going on in Area X. So put your boots on, it's squatching time.
It's dinner time. Oh boy. Mickey D's.
Alright, so folks, we're heading out to Area X right now. Well, I am. My buddy had something come up. My other buddy had something come up, so both of them are not joining me today. So I'm going to be doing this by myself. So onward to do a solo expedition number 71. And we're gonna see what we can get, what activity we can get. I don't know. Battery here, big battery, and then we have another camera here, and also there's a camera in the front of this as well. And this is so heavy. I mean, it weighs almost like maybe a pound, and it works out well because of these motors right there are really high end. So we have 4 satellites now. We have 6 and 4, so we need 7 for it to be able to run. It's just way too wicked. Okay, we're gonna fly this and see what we get. Well, I'll tell you, that was a chance, boy. Yeah, the wind's just way too wicked. Like, we tried to keep this thing as much as even as possible. Like, we tried to, like, flight, like, give it a flight of, like, you know, evenly back over this way, evenly over this way, evenly over this way, evenly back this way. And I just couldn't even get anything even at all. I mean, it was, when I would try to go straight with it, it just banked and went over back this way, went backwards. Backwards was frontwards, frontwards was backwards. It was all messed up. Okay, so right now we're going to take the drone bag back to the car, and I'm gonna pack it up, and then we're gonna head out here, and we're just gonna look around to see if there's any strange things going on here that has anything to do with Bigfoot. Now you look out through here, it looks like King Kong came through here, back in through this way. And that's been like that for a while. Interesting. I'm looking for tracks. I'm looking for anything that looks anything like Bigfoot activity whatsoever. Didn't get any readings in this. Staying the same. I'm right up here by our old hunting area there. We're looking for tracks as well. Got some hair here. Looks from a deer. Now normally deer shed, and it causes that to happen. Nice deer rub, buck rub. This here looks like it broke off from high winds. That too. Even that up there looks like it broke off from high winds. And we had some pretty good, crazy high winds. Another foot right here looks like a foot, imprint right there on the ground. This wild cabbage down here likes to pull up on the roots and feed off the roots. That's why I was trying to get the drone over here, but the wind was just so unbearable. So I just tried to do it the best I can, try to fly that, and I wasn't even able to come over this way because of, I mean, the wind was just so weird. The wind's wind. Nature's nature. I mean, it's just the way it is. Now back over the other way, we have back over this way, we have probably around 9 trail cameras back over that way, over by areax. This is what we call Devil's Mouth area, coming back over this way because of the unexplained activity that's happened here. And I don't know. You see those trees over there? They look like the weather's basically falling in those areas there. Now the thing about this, folks, is, do you see how high it is? This is pretty basic for a squatch to actually move into this area because there's no canopies for him to duck under or anything, so he's more comfortable with the area to be able to move through it. I have here a compass. So a lot of people say that a lot of times if there's Bigfoot activity, it messes around with the compasses and stuff, so I bring this along just to see what happens. And it looks like it's staying the same. This doesn't look like it's doing anything. Now it's still early, you know, that's the thing also. It's early. Like, what I mean by early, it's early in the season, early in the year. And normally we come up here in May. That's when we normally come up. It looks like there's something here that's odd. So here's a pine tree that has been, the top has been ripped off. So this is odd. So this is odd. This was basically on top of that, on that tree. Basically got ripped off and pulled over. Look at this. Look at this tree. Literally pulled over. Now, if this was a deer that did this, then you would see, like, buck, you would see antlers, you know, that went up and down and everything. It wasn't. This was something big that pulled this over this way and ripped the top of this tree off. So, getting squatchy. Oh yeah, ticks are bad. That's why I warn everybody. You know, I did a tick special, and I sprayed my clothes with pyrethrin, which you can pick up at Walmart, and that stuff is amazing, man. I don't have any ticks on me that I see, so hopefully it stays like this. Yeah, but this here, look at this. This is something interesting. Now, these other pine trees here have not been touched as much as I could see. There's something over here, this pine tree here. I'm gonna check that out too as well. And this rock structure we placed like that, and it hasn't been moved or tampered with, this rock structure. But it does seem to be something messed with that tree, pushed this over, and something pushed this tree over. Like, you know what I mean? Down, and then there's the one from last year, and then this one here. So this area is pretty active. I mean, you could see this here. This here has been pulled over, literally. So you can see this. It's all been just pushed over, pulled over, and then that one was from last year. So this is something new. This is new, and then that tree up there is new. So something coming down, I'm thinking from the swamp area, from the marsh. There's a marsh over here, comes up from the marsh and then did this. But it looks like this one's going this way, this one's going that way. So it kind of looks like this is an active area. It could be an active area for a squatch to move up through. And I don't know why it's getting its kicks off of pulling these over. I don't know. But you could see here, if it was a four-wheeler, okay, let's just say that I'm like driving a four-wheeler. Oh, here's a small tree. I'm going to run it over, and I'm going to run this over. Okay, you would think that as the four-wheeler, the only thing that gets me to thinking that it is a four-wheeler that did this is the kind of burn marks you could see possibly from the exhaust on the tree. You know, these right here, these look like burn marks, like from the exhaust and the heated up engine of a four-wheeler. You know, I mean, because it's tainted, it's different colors. So, I mean, it kind of looks like it's burnt. And it definitely could be a four-wheeler that did that. But if it was a four-wheeler, things would be like the tree would be scratched up a little bit more than it actually is. Like down in here and stuff, it would be snagged up. Man, I don't know. Makes you scratch your head for sure. Okay, folks, so I'm going to take pictures of this. I know I'm live. If anything goes wacky and weird, literally, I will let everybody know. But right now, everything's calm. Like literally, like even this EMF detector, I will let everybody know. So, from Bradford PA Bigfoot Research Group, the solo expedition that I'm on by myself, I will let everybody know what happens. Look at this. Look at this. See, look at this. Now look at how big that is, right? Look at how that big that tip of that pine tree is, right? It came from the top up there. Right there. Right there. Came from up there. So something literally busted that off and pulled that down with arms. With arms. And then the tree, of course, tried to mend itself. That is really interesting. Squatchy? Yeah. I would say. Now a bear, I mean, why would a bear get up in there? I have no idea unless he's being chased. Just weird, man. Is it facing west? Is it facing west? Yes. Yes, it is facing west. Wow. Not anything just normally would do that. Alright, I think we got something in here. Okay, now look right here. There's some gouges right here. In the tree. These are gouges in the tree. Like something was standing up here, maybe. Or grabbed a hold of that, maybe. And got up here. I don't see any hair. Up here, I don't see anything. I don't see anything that's has anything to do with putting its feet up on that. It could be a bear, but I don't really think so. I don't really think so. See, this is why I do what I do. This is exactly why I do what I do, because you just don't know what you're going to run into. Now look at this here. Something forcefully. You could see. I don't really see anything else. I thought I seen hair, but it's not. That is odd. Was the other break facing west? I think it is directional. Yes, the other one facing west as well. See this up here, this right here was on the top. This happened months ago, a few months ago. And then this tree here is broke off because of the wind. The wind didn't do this. The wind did not do this. There's no freaking way the wind did this. These are pine trees. These are young pine trees and they're strong. Very strong. The other thing is, like, why would a Bigfoot do this in the first place? So you think, why would Bigfoot do this in the first place? Well, hiding, for one. It's a good place to hide, like he can get close to it and hide. But you would see, like, there's hair or something. There's nothing around. But you know what I mean? Like, he would hide. He would want to hide. Or he would want to do it as directional, like Robin was saying, you know, he'd want to do it as directional. Like, show some sort of directional position. That thing's going off. Why is it going off? Then I'm like, oh, there's a power line. Well, at least I know it works. You get close to power lines. Alright folks, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue walking up around this area. Hopefully that's not what it is humans that are doing this, because it kind of sucks if that's the case. Alright folks, so holding up here, look at this one here. This one's actually been put over like this too, and that one has too, but there's no burn spots in that, and no, not really any burn spots in that. So it makes you wonder. But we got a tree axe, like where somebody's pounded a tree over there. Could be somebody living up here, I don't know. What else there is? This little flute thing I'm gonna do. Alright, so now we're going to move up this trail here. We're making our way back this way. Looking for anything, looking for any type of signs. So far, there's been the pine tree thing, which honestly I think it was kind of a human activity. See, right here's a track. Right here looks like a foot track going this way, but it probably isn't because it's the way the shape is. And this is alright, so we're just still continuing our path, moving up this way. I did some noises flute type noises. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna make some whoop sounds, woo sounds. See what type of activity I get. Okay, so I did some sounds, calls. Thought I heard a knock up here, but the wind blowing. Could be definitely the wind. I've had my trail camera set up here several times before. Several times. And the only time that I pick up anybody up here is during the fall part of hunting season. Other than that, I don't see anybody up here. I've hidden my trail cameras by trails. I've hidden them all over the place. I never picked up anybody. Just up here during the fall and deer season. And, you know, small game and stuff. Other than that, I don't. That's pretty low. I'm gonna go down here. I didn't bring my pounding stick because since I knew I was by myself, made it a little bit more hard. So now we have to find sort of a walking stick of some sort. Bang on a tree, maybe. Let's see what happens. I busted in 1,000 pieces, huh? try something a little different. I tried some aggressive grunt sounds and rock clacking, rocks hitting the trees. I'm gonna go over here and sit on this stump over here for about 10 minutes to see what happens. Go over here and sit, because over that way, approximately 200 yards that way. Approximately like 200 yards that way. We have all of our trail cameras. I'm sitting here, and up this way I heard small knocks, like poop, coop, 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 real small knocks on a tree. We're gonna get ready to go down the trail. The knocking I heard wasn't really that definitive of what it was, but I definitely heard really light taps against the tree out that way. And it's getting pretty dark. I don't know on the camera, but it's getting pretty dark. All right. We had this EMF detector going the whole entire time, and the only time it went off was over by the power lines. That's excusable. I mean, that's a lot of power. So that's why that went off, I'll guarantee it. I heard whistling, but it wasn't definitive enough, and I thought I also heard knocks, and that wasn't definitive enough. Hits on a tree, like those small little knocks on a tree. It just wasn't definitive enough. Now we're heading down and heading out. Heading home. But I just one of the main things was come up today was to try to, if there's any squatch activity here, to try to draw it. If it was over by our trail cameras, to try to draw it back this way and it go in front of the trail cameras on that flank. That's one of the main things, and also wanted to see if there's anything new going on, and there was. Kind of looked like more human than actual anything else. There's a high line that I have here. I don't know if it's still active or it's snapped. Hear them knocks? Little knocks. barely can hear them. And there's the high line. Right here going across. Hasn't been set off yet. That's pretty high up. That's about 9 feet high, 8 feet high. Alright, so now we're going to head down. I was going to head that trail there, but I think I'm going to head down this way. This thing here has been on the whole entire freaking time. Alright folks, so we just got back from the solo expedition number 71. We used the drone, and I mean the wind was pretty bad, but the drone was able to at least film some stuff. So then I used a flute thing I have, and I did some calls. I tried some call sounds, and then went over here up to the top around the one loop there with our trail cameras over there in that vicinity, which is probably around 200 yards away. And then I did tree clacks, I did rock clacks, I did some more calls. I sat there for a little bit, and I heard what sounded like small tree clacks, like small something hitting a tree, like toot, 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 and then just stop. And it was in the dark, so I mean I was thinking, well, could that honestly be woodpecker? No. I've heard them before. Really light tree knocks, really light, like definitive, not even definitive. And then I heard faint whistles, and then they stopped. And then on the way back down, I heard those same clacks, this time in another area on my left side further over, and it was the same type of clack sounds on a tree, like real light. So I just continued to come down through here, and now the expedition is over for right now. The solo expedition is over, and the reason why I say for right now is because we'll be coming back up here for sure with more manpower and checking out the area a little bit more in depth. But this was all about going daylight, seeing what is changed, what's not changed, and if everything is squatchy. And some things are squatchy, some things aren't. It's like a 50-50 thing, it always is. but from Jason Colley to you all, and just the words of Devin stating, keep it squatchy and keep it real. And that is coming from Devin Baker when we get him out here again. So that was it, and we'll see what happens next time. Keep it squatchy and have a great night.